runner at second also belongs to Alderman.
Nick Barone looking for his first hit in this series. He is the Flames cleanup hitter. First and second, one out. Pitch high for, he did call that a ball, didn't he, John?
He did call that one a ball, yes he did.
1-1. Double play still in order for the Raiders with runners at first and second and one out. On a 1-1 count. Birch pitch. Ball 2 is high. 2-0. 2-1. So the Raiders were able to shut down this offense yesterday, and they've broken out today with 6 runs. The pitch. High inside. Leading away. Barone took ball 3. 3-1. And ball 4.
He walked him.
That will load the bases. Don't much like the way this inning is developing.
No, you felt like you get through this 5th inning without giving up anything. You're still very much in the ball game, and that's not to say that we're out of this one. But the hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
This is Swafford, left-handed hitter, 1 for 2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Pitches high and outside, ball 1. So Birch has come on and given up a hit and a walk. There's first 2 batters. The Raiders have somebody else throwing in the bullpen, a left-hander. Ball 2 is outside, 2-0.
Looks like Kerrigan.
Two balls, no strikes. And Birch with the pitch. There's a deep fly ball into right center field. That one is out of there. That's either off the scoreboard or out just under the scoreboard.
Yep.
And a 3-run homer for Swafford.
Is that 3 or 4?
Were the bases loaded?
The bases were loaded.
Well, the grand slam then for Swafford. Scores DeCandido, scores Jaffe, scores Barone, and of course scores the batter Swafford. So it is now 9. No, it's 10-0.
That's it.
My goodness. Pitches a strike to Shealy. He's the 9th man to bat here in the 5th inning.
That is Swafford's 2nd home run of the season.
Yes. Drum had 1 home run coming in. He's hit 2 today. There's strike 2 to Shealy.
That closes the book on our starter, Chandler Alderman. After this pitch, I'll give you the numbers. Alderman goes 4 1/3, gives up 7 runs, 6 of them earned on 6 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Was that a strikeout?
Shealy just struck out for the 2nd out in the inning. The batter is Drum, who led off the inning with a home run. 10-0. Pitch is strike 1.
Boy, we were cruising right along until we got to this 5th inning.
One strike to Drum. It's a high fly ball into center. Noack settling under it, takes it for out number 3. So 10 men come to the plate in the 5th inning. 7 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 hits. There was a grand slam home run. There was an error. And nobody left. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And halfway home in this game, John, and already down 10-0. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 10-0 Liberty. And the left-hander Josh Swink has hardly worked up a sweat through over the first 4 innings. He's given up no runs on 3 hits, hasn't walked anybody. He does have 1 strikeout. Pitching to Dean O'Neill, leading off the 5th. And should feel pretty good out there on the mound with a 10-0 lead. Pitch to O'Neill, pop foul back out of play, strike 1. Left-hander comes set and delivers a strike. And it's 0-2. O'Neill, Von Dolan, Badalak, the 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the 5th inning. 2 strikes the count. Pitch is high, and it's 1-2.
There's a lot of sun out there, Dick.
Swink with the 1-2 pitch to O'Neill and struck him out swinging. It's only his 2nd strikeout.
Well, we've been making lots of contact. We just been hitting it right at people.
Von Dolan struck out in the 2nd inning. That was the first strikeout. He just got the 2nd strikeout, banning O'Neill, so now Von Dolan steps back in. And here's Swink's first pitch to him. It's right in there for a strike. When you go out there with a 10-run lead, I think you just try to throw strikes and let them see how far they can hit it.
That's it. See if you can make them keep hitting it right to people.
1 strike to count. Inside. Backed him away, 1-1. Now the air is leaking out of the balloon, which was pretty full at the start of the game.
It was.
There's a smash in the left. That's a hit for Brett Von Dolan. Solid base hit into left field. Hit number 4 for the Raiders. And the batter will be Badalak. Final game of the series will be tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll be on there at 12:45.
Was that a double? I guess it was, huh?
Well, I guess it was. And
Von Dolan is on second base.
neither one of us was paying attention, were we?
I wrote it down as a single. Oh,
Pitch is inside and high. Ball 1 to Badalak. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Outside ball 2, 2-0.
they're saying that it was a single, and he went to second on an error by the left fielder. So we got the single part right, both of us.
Here's the pitch. Badalak grounds it to second. Big hop. And over to first for out number 2. And Von Dolan advances to third. Here's Nowak. Runner at third with 2 outs. Owen has flied to center and singled to left. Swing to left-hander with a pitch and taken inside for ball 1.
Well, Liberty has got both of these of their corner outfielders playing deep. It's like they're playing no doubles.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch is high for ball 2, 2-0. Noah steps out of the box momentarily and readjusts himself. 2-0 the count. Tyler Minnick on deck. And the left-hander delivers on a smash to right field and a base hit. And the Blue Raiders are on the board. It is now 10-1. RBI single for Nowak. That's his 36th run batted in. Hit number 5, run number 1 off swing.
Well, if they can put up 7 runs in an inning, we can come back and do the same thing, can't we?
Suppose so. We've done it with 2 outs before.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Tyler Minnick.
I remember that 7th inning against Memphis Tuesday night. We had our first 2 batters strike out, and then we ended up putting up 4 runs in that inning.
1 strike to Minnick. Nowak, the runner at first. And the pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner. 0-2.
Nothing going on in the Liberty bullpen at the moment.
Swing to left-hander delivers. Minnick fouls it out of play. Count holds it 2 strikes to the Blue Raider catcher. That Drew Horn down there walking with a boot?
Don't know. In the dugout?
That's not a good sign. He pitched 2 innings on Sunday. Looks kind of like him.
I'm not seeing where to look, Dick.
Ball hit into right field. That'll be taken by Shealy for out number 3. So that is all in the 5th. Raiders pick up a run on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 man left. We've completed 5 full innings. It's Liberty 10, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
John has used his binoculars to spot Drew Horn in the bullpen, so it is not he I saw walking in the grandstand with a boot on. Somebody did have a bare facial resemblance to Drew. It'll be Landon Birch. Came in the 5th inning. He got touched for 3 hits, 2 runs, including a grand slam home run hit by Swafford. He will pitch to Vidston, leading off the 6th. And the Liberty catcher takes the first pitch for strike 1. Liberty got 7 runs in the 5th inning, including a grand slam homer. There's ball 1, 1-1. Right-hander deals, and a strike is called. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Vidston. Top half of inning number 6. There's ball 2 upstairs, 2-2. The count to Vidston. Birch with a pitch, high, ball 3. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Raiders have Colin Kerrigan throwing again in their bullpen.
And ball 4 is high. That's a base on balls to Vidston. Second walk given up by Birch. So leadoff walk in the 6th inning, and the batter is Campos. Led off the 3rd inning with a home run, and then singled and scored in that big 5th inning. And the pitch to Campos is down low and picked off the turf by Minnick for ball 1. The pitch. A strike called, 1-1. Liberty has announced their pitcher for tomorrow will be Bradley Zayak, a right-hander. Raiders have not announced who their starter will be.
Zayak only has an 8-0 record, Dick.
Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. Count 1-2 now to Campos. Bidston at first with that leadoff walk. Have kind of a somber crowd right now.
It is very quiet. And what we've been hearing in the way of
runner goes and Minnick threw it into center field. But the runner's not going to advance. I think you'd give him a stolen base on that.
Yeah.
And ball 2 now to Campos, 2-2.
Noah got to that ball quickly and got it back into the infield, held that runner at second.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, strike 3 called, caught the inside corner. That's all for Campos. That's the first out here in the 6th inning. And here's Tanner Marsh. Still looking for his first hit in the series. Has a runner at second base with 1 out. Pitch is high for ball 1. 15 doubles, 5 triples. He leads the league in triples. 5 home runs for Marsh. Leads the league in total hits. Grounds this one foul, and it's 1-1. But he's looking for his first hit in this series. Got 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Birch comes set. Glances back at second, and a swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a bit high for a ball. 2-1. Don't see a lot of activity over at the track, but the championship meet continues and will conclude tomorrow. We can't see everything from our vantage point. There's ball 3, 3-2. Blue Raiders took home 2 gold medals yesterday and winning the men's and the women's 10,000 meters. That's a lot of meters.
That's a lot of running.
So 2 long distance first places for the Blue Raiders yesterday, and Marsh has struck out swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Birch. Now 2 outs and a runner at second. And the batter is DeCandido. I think we're going to see Kerrigan here.
Something is happening, apparently, out on Greenland Drive, because everybody over there at the track meet is looking out at Greenland Drive.
You see any flashing lights out there?
I see no flashing lights, but I heard some sirens earlier.
Maybe they're just counting cars, John.
I don't know, but everybody, I'm serious. Everybody is, whether they're in the stands or back along the fence, people over on the track, they're looking out that way. I don't know. We got a change in pitchers here.
Colin Kerrigan coming in. Well, we won't have a no-hitter here today, but May the 15th has been kind of a no-hit day in Major League Baseball.
Uh-huh.
1981, Lynn Barker pitched the 9th perfect game
With Cleveland.
in the 20th century. The Indians beat the Blue Jays 3-0. A rainy and cold night in Cleveland with only 7,200 fans in the stands.
What year was that?
81, and Barker struck out 11, and they didn't come anywhere close to getting a base hit.
They were still at Municipal Stadium on the lake in 1981, weren't they?
Nolan Ryan pitched a no-hitter in 1973. On this date, it was his first, and he struck out 12.
He only ended up with about, 40 more no-hitters?
Don Cardwell, the Cubs,
Yeah.
who was just acquired from the Phillies, pitched a no-hitter for the Cubs. One of my favorite players growing up, John, was Carl Sawatsky.
Yeah.
And Sawatsky hit a drive to right field, and George Altman made what is described as a leaping catch to keep the no-hitter intact. And also on this date, Joe DiMaggio singled against Eddie Smith of the White Sox and started a 56-game hitting streak. I don't think that'll ever be matched.
Well, I know. Colin Kerrigan coming on for his 24th appearance. He's thrown, and those are all in relief, 29 2/3 innings, 27 runs, 23 of them earned on 35 hits, 19 walks, 36 strikeouts, 6.98 ERA, a 3-2 record.
This is DeCandido. This is a lefty-lefty matchup, which is probably why Coach Myers made the change at that point. First pitch is outside, ball one.
56 games, I guess it would have been 57 games later. That streak ended in Cleveland.
And then he started about a 30-something game hitting streak. It's amazing. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
I think he struck out something, 9 times that entire season? That is also an amazing number. If it wasn't that season, it might have been another one.
Foul out of play, and it's 1-2.
Joe DiMaggio just didn't strike out.
1 ball, 2 strikes to DeCandido. Runner at second with 2 outs. 10-1, Liberty leading. Little bouncer back to the pitcher. Kerrigan underhands to first, and that will retire the side in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Liberty 10, Middle Tennessee 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Which players from this senior class have made a start on the mound this year? Is A, David Horn Jr., Brian Baranek, and Landon Sexton. Question 3, who among the senior class is a Murfreesboro native?
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Cooper Clapp will lead off for the Raiders in the 6th inning. Single in the first, grounded out in the 3rd. Clapp 1 for 2.
Second baseman number 4, Cooper.
Swink still out there. Coming out for his 6th inning.
He's been pretty efficient, has not walked anybody. He's given up only 5 hits and a single run. Facing the left-hand hitting Cooper Clapp, and the lefty's pitch is swung on and popped foul out of play. Strike one.
Final numbers on Landon Birch. He goes an inning and a third, gives up 3 runs, all earned on 2 hits, 2 walks with 3 strikeouts.
One strike to count to Clapp. And the pitch to the plate is outside, 1-1. Clapp fouls this one down the right field line, or is it foul, or is it gone?
That is a home run. Wow.
Just inside the foul pole.
Yeah, couldn't have been more than 4 feet fair.
When it left the bat, I anticipated it was going foul, but it stayed fair. And guess what, John? That is a home run now in 5 straight games for the Raiders' second baseman.
Is that number 11 for him?
Yep. He's rapidly acquiring slugger status. So it's 10-2. Just wish we had some people on base. And the batter is Nathan Brewer, who is 1 for 2. It's hit number 6, run number 2 off Swink. And the pitch to the plate is a strike call, 0-1.
Now they're going to do it. They did not shift on the first pitch. They've shifted now 3 infielders on the right side. 1
strike to count to Brewer. And drills it to second baseman in the grass in right field. Will pick it up. And that time the shift worked for them.
It did.
First time it backfired. That is 1 out. We mentioned the 2 Raiders first place finishes in the distance runs. They had several others who qualified in other events who'll be up for trying to win another championship. They'll do most of the championship events tomorrow. Lane Acres takes the first pitch for ball 1. So Clapp with a leadoff home run in the 6th inning. Had a leadoff home run in the 2nd inning last night. Pitch is grounded to short. Big hop for Marsh. Over to first. So bad throw, but saved by the first baseman. On a short hop. That's a 6-3 putout and 2 outs here in the 6th inning. The batter is Brett Rogers. Rogers grounded out and flied out 0 for 2. You ever find out what everybody's looking at?
I have not. A lot of people still looking out that way. Not as many, though.
Here is Swink with the pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Two outs here in the 6th inning, a run in, 10-2.
Well, 10-2 sounds a whole lot better than 10-0.
Yes, it does. Pitch is outside for ball 2, and it's 2-0. And Swink's pitch hit to the first baseman. Big hop for Candido, and he'll make the play unassisted for out number 3. For the Raiders, 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. And the totals after 6 innings for Liberty: 10 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. For the Raiders, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. 10-2, the Flames lead it as we go to the 7th inning. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's Locker Room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's Locker Room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Leading off the 7th inning, Jordan Jaffe steps in for the Liberty Flames. He is 1 for 3, singled and scored in that big 5th inning. Colin Kerrigan working in his 2nd inning. Delivers a pitch inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, we've had an Old South Properties home run for the Raiders in the 6th inning. There's ball 2 to Jaffe. We don't let them sponsor the other team's home runs, John.
That's a good thing.
They are all Blue Raiders. Pitch outside, ball 3, 3-0 to Jaffe. And ball 4, threw that one all the way to the backstop.
That's one that you're awfully glad nobody was on base.
So runner at first, no outs. The batter is Barone. 0 for 2 with a walk. I'd say this young man's overdue. He's hitless in the series. Raiders done a good job on their good hitters. There is a strike called. 0-1.
Cole Cates throwing in the Raider bullpen.
Jaffe, the runner at first.
Another right-hander down there, but he can't pick his number up because he's behind a pole.
Kerrigan tosses over to first. Left-hander comes set, delivers a pitch high for ball 1. 1-1.
That wind picking up a little bit, Dick.
Kerrigan's 1-1 is grounded foul past third. One ball, 2 strikes. Well, we've had 4 home runs hit by Liberty today. The Raiders have hit 1. I don't know if the wind has affected any of them. There's a ball hit to center. Noah going back on the track, reaches up and makes the catch almost had his back against that blue fence out there in center field.
Yeah, he didn't have any farther to go that he could go.
1 out in the 7th. And the batter is Swafford, who hit the grand slam in the 5th inning.
Just his second home run of the season.
It went out just below the scoreboard in right center. Pitch to him is a strike called. The Liberty women's track team won the championship last year, so they're defending, and men's title was won by Kennesaw. There's ball 1 to Swafford, 1-1. Pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Swafford. He's the Flames' second baseman. That's from the left side, so it's lefty on lefty. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And ball 3 is outside. We're going to go full to Swafford, 3-2. See if they send the runner at first. That's Jaffe. He's going. He can slow down and trot into second as pitches ball 4. 2 walks in the inning. The batter is Seeley. He's 0 for 3. Kerrigan's pitch grounded to third by Nolan to second. Out there, over to first, out. Double play. That is 5-4-3. And Shealy hits into a twin killing to end the 7th inning with no runs, no hits, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. John will check some scores when we come back. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Back at Reed Smith Field, sunny afternoon. Little Conference USA action here. Middle Tennessee hosting Liberty, and Liberty on the high side, 10-2 of this thing as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Only one other game underway in Conference USA this afternoon. That's over in Delaware, and Western Kentucky is ahead 3-0 in that ball game. They're in the top of the 5th inning. Missouri State down in Georgia at Kennesaw State, they will be underway in about 2 minutes. Sam Houston at La Tech, they start at 6 Central. FIU at New Mexico State. They start at 6 Central. And then Jackson State at Dallas Baptist. They will be underway at 6:35. In the meantime, the Raiders have gave up that big inning in the 7th. You take that one away, Dick, and it's a ball game. But unfortunately, you can't take it away, can you?
No, there are a few things I'd like to take away.
This is kind of interesting. They're sending Josh Swink out for yet another inning.
They're saving pitching for tomorrow, I think.
Absolutely. And, at this point, they're already trying to start saving pitching for next week.
There's a strike call to Dean O'Neill leading off the 7th. 0-1. O'Neill, Bondolan, and Badalak here in the 7th against the left-hander, Josh Swink.
Here's the thing about being one of the top 3 seeds.
Foul out of play.
The way this pool play is set up in Conference USA, the 1, 2, and 3 seeds will all be in separate pools, and none of them play on that opening day, on that Wednesday.
2 strikes to O'Neill. And smash foul just outside the line at third. Pretty sure that the Raiders will play on Wednesday.
I think it's the only way that if you're not a 1, 2, or 3, the only way you don't play on Wednesday is if you're the 6th seed in Western Kentucky. Looks like they're on the way to wrapping that up.
Pitch is high for ball 1, 1-2. How they doing with Delaware today?
They are on top.
I missed your scoreboard, by the way.
Well, that was the only score I had to report, and they're in the top of the 5th. Western Kentucky up 3-0 in that game.
There's a ball hit into right field near the line. Under it, Shealy, the right fielder, makes the catch for out number 1. That's kind of like Clapp's ball. I never saw it.
Yeah.
It just kind of watching the outfielder trailing it, and Clapp's ball got out just inside the foul pole. That one was caught a few feet short of the warning track. So 1 out in the 7th. Batter is Von Dolan, 1 for 2. Singled and scored the Raiders' first run in the 5th inning. First pitch, ball 1.
Did we mention that our scoreboard was brought to us by the Daily News Journal?
If you...
I didn't say anything, so...
If you didn't, we didn't. The pitch is a strike called, 1-1. One out here in the 7th inning, 10-2, Liberty leading. And the pitch is inside to Von Dolan for ball 2, 2-1. Swink is kind of doing what David Horn did yesterday, pitching late into the game with a sizable lead. There's a strike, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Von Dolan takes high for ball 3. So full count to Von Dolan here with 1 out in the 7th. And the payoff pitch on the way, hit to center field. Center fielder started back, comes in, makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Clay Badalak. Slide to left and grounded to second, 0 for 2. Raiders have only 6 hits in the game. And trailing by 8 runs. Badalak takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Liberty finally has a right-hander up in their bullpen.
Badalak hits it to right field, and that's a base hit. It's hit number 7 for the Raiders. And Badalak at first with 2 outs. Owen Doak, the leadoff man, has 2 of those hits today. Singled in the 3rd, singled again in the 5th. So he's 2 for 3.
You know they'd like to get Swink through this 7th inning. Only need 2 innings out of their bullpen.
Nowak hits it to right field, and this time Shealy's out there to make the catch for out number 3. 3 fly ball outs in the 7th, no runs, a hit, 1 left. And we've got 7 innings in the books. It's Liberty 10, Middle Tennessee 2. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit ChooseChip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And this game moves into the 8th inning with Liberty leading 10-2. They got 2 runs in the 2nd inning on a 2-run homer by Drum. They picked up a single run in the 3rd on a solo homer by Campos. And they picked up 7 in the 5th inning. A grand slam by Swafford and a home run by Drum. And who's up now but Drum? 2 home runs in 3 trips. Facing Colin Kerrigan. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. Pitch is over, but a bit low for ball 1, 1-1. I think they're running the Preakness tomorrow, aren't they, John?
You know, I think that that's the long one, right?
Yeah, and the Derby winner is not participating, so there'll be no Triple Crown this year. That's a foul back, 1-2. Drum and Kerrigan matching up here. The pitch outside by Kerrigan, 2-2. They're about the same size, both pretty big guys. And the pitch, ground ball, hit it off the handle.
Yeah, a little cube.
Right to O'Neill, took 1 step, touched first base, and retired Drum for out number 1.
Oh, we got him twice.
And
It's not the right 2 times.
Yeah, he got us twice. The batter is Bidston, the catcher. He's walked twice. I don't think this is Bidston. I think this is that kid that.
Yeah, this is Tucker Rogers, pinch hitting. Oh, is that right? Tucker Moore, isn't it?
Yeah, Tucker Moore.
Yeah, Tucker Moore.
Number 26. Yeah, Tucker Moore. Batting for Bidston. Count goes to 0-2. He's a right-handed batter.
And he'll probably stay in and catch the rest of the way.
One ball, 2 strikes to Moore. Kerrigan's pitch. Ooh, looked like a pretty good pitch there. 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
One out here in the 8th inning. Now ball 3, 3-2. Raiders shift and put 3 to the left side of second base for the right-handed hitter. And strike 3 called.
He just watched that one go by.
Kerrigan put it right on the inside corner, got his first strikeout. And 2 outs for Josh Campos. Has a home run and a single, 2 out of 3. Two outs, base is empty here in the 8th inning. And the first pitch swinging foul over by the Liberty dugout, 1 strike. It's 330 down each line here and 395 to straightaway center. 365 to the power alleys. Scoreboard out in right center, just behind the fence, but right at the 365 side. A swinging strike, and it's 0-2. Kerrigan's pitch misses low for ball 1.
I should have put on my suntan lotion, Dick.
Got your sunglasses on.
Oh, pretty nearly have to.
The pitch. Foul to the screen. Count holds at 1-2. It's a long time until sunset, John.
We better not be here.
Another foul to the screen. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. One thing wrong with these electronic devices that we all have now is the sun on the screen is
renders them totally useless in most cases.
Keep you from reading them. There's a ground ball to short. Badalak fields it over to first in time, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Colin Kerrigan here in the 8th. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We will go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's still Liberty 10 and Middle Tennessee 2. You're listening to Blue Raider Sports. Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So the Flames make a pitching change going into the bottom of the 8th inning as Josh Swink is taken out after 7 with a 10-2 lead. The new pitcher is Jake Potts, a right-hander. He pitched last on Tuesday in their loss to Wake Forest. Went 2 1/3 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout.
Well, he's making his 18th appearance, his 15th in relief. He's thrown 27 2/3 innings, given up 24 runs, 17 earned on 29 hits, 16 walks, 20 strikeouts. He's got a 5.53 ERA, a 2-2 record with a save.
Tyler Minnick will face him here in the 8th. And the pitch to Minnick, grounded to short. I think his on-base streak has just ended as he is thrown out by the shortstop going after that first pitch. Minnick 0 for 4 today. And that on-base streak, unless the Raiders stage a furious rally here, will end at 43 games. 1 out. The batter is Cooper Clapp, has single and a home run. Clapp pops it up. Third baseman coming in on the grass. Jaffe will make the catch. So Potts having a pretty good outing. He's thrown 2 pitches and gotten 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down in the 8th inning for Nathan Brewer. Brewer 1 for 3 today, singled in the first.
Final numbers on Josh Swink, the starter for Liberty. He goes 7 innings, gives up 2 runs, both earned on 7 hits, no walks and 2 strikeouts.
He was very efficient today. Brewer takes a strike, 0-1.
You're talking about it.
Pops out of the catcher's mitts.
You mentioned efficiency, Dick. Only 82 pitches for 7 innings.
Yeah. Moore is in to catch now. I think we mentioned that was a possibility. He was a pinch hitter in the top of the inning. There's a swing and a foul hit off his foot. He's hopping around. That did not feel too pretty good.
No.
Umpire asked him if he's okay, and he nodded approval, but Coach Myers coming out, wants to look at him, and our trainer out there also.
Did it get him in the foot or maybe in the knee? Let's see.
Looked like they're looking at his left knee.
Yeah. And he's flexing. I think it might have bounced up and gotten him in the kneecap.
Yeah, that's...
Which would be very painful.
They would let him take a couple of cuts at thin air, and he's ready to get back in there. 1-2 the count. to Nathan Brewer. Potts, the pitcher, is from Pennsylvania, and he transferred in to Liberty from High Point. High Point's in North Carolina, I think.
It is.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. Count holding at 1-2. Liberty will have the top of the batting order scheduled to hit in the 9th inning. And the right-hander's pitch is high for ball 2. 2-2 to Brewer. Leads the Raiders with 12 home runs. Cooper Clapp right on his heels with 11, as is Dean O'Neill. Fly ball center field, fairly deep, backing up Campos. He makes the catch, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Potts. Nothing across for the Raiders in the 8th. We'll go to the 9th, and it is still Liberty 10, Middle Tennessee 2. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Pitching change for the Raiders as we go to the 9th inning. Cole Cates coming out of the bullpen. He'll face the top of the batting order. Colin Kerrigan did a pretty good job coming in relief.
Goes 2 1/3. No runs on no hits. What do you have, a strikeout in there?
2 walks, I think.
Yep, 2 walks and 1 strikeout.
So Cole Cates, youngster from West Tennessee, out of Gibson County, Bradford High School, and a couple of years at Dyersburg State Community College.
You know, one of the things that we'd be remiss if we didn't mention is Eagleville. Our kids out at Eagleville High School they're going back to the state.
And will be trying to win their 5th straight state championship. Good luck to Coach Basham and the Eagles.
They had to go to, McKenzie over in West Tennessee for a sectional game. And I think that was his Coach Basham's 500th career win.
You are correct. Congratulations. First pitch to Barsh outside for ball 1. Pitch 2 is high for ball 2.
You know how long it takes to build up 500 wins in high school baseball?
He's been at Cascade. He's been at Middle Tennessee Christian, and now at Eagleville, and has won everywhere he's been. 2 balls, no strikes. Check swing. Did he go?
I thought so, but
nobody asked, so we assume it's ball 3. 3-0. Cates is a right-hander, not too big, but a hard thrower. And there's a strike at 91. 3 balls, 1 strike. Strike two called. In years past, John, it was everybody would come out and marvel at somebody who could throw 90 miles an hour. And
oh, it's regular now, isn't it?
Now everybody can throw 90. 3-2 pitch, foul to the backstop. Count holds at 3-2.
I tell you what, if you're a high schooler throwing 90 and want to play D1 baseball, you probably are going to end up having to go JUCO the way the rules are these days. I don't think D1 programs are looking for young guys unless they can throw, 95, 96?
There's ball 4 outside. Leadoff walk to Marsh. And the batter will be DeCandido. DeCandido hits one foul and out of play. It's going to roll back onto the playing surface. One strike to count. Runner at first with no outs here in the ninth. 10-2, Liberty leading.
Gave Raider a chance to get out on the field.
Pitch low and inside, ball 1. 1-1. Ball hit in the air out into shallow left field. Brewer coming on, and he'll make the grab for out number 1 here in the ninth. And with one out, the batter is Jordan Jaffe. Jaffe has singled, walked, and struck out and grounded out. 1 out of 3 with a run scored. Skies it foul back. And apparently stayed in the grandstand. 1 strike. Don't have many kids to run after those foul balls
Oh, I
today.
see one over here off to our right who thinks he spotted that baseball. He went running up those steps.
Another foul ball out of play.
There might have been a time I could have run up and down those stairs like that.
2 strikes the count.
It would have been, at least 40 years ago.
0-2. Runner at first is Marsh. He's a base stealer. They probably won't be running now. Ball hit to right field. Rogers fields it, fires back to first, just in case Marsh was not in a hurry to get back there, but he's back. That's out number 2. And the batter is Barone.
Well, fortunately, we won't have to see Marsh stealing bases today. I can't see him trying to run here.
Pitch swung on, hit high in the air into left center. Brewer's out there. He makes the grab for out number 3. Everybody's up swinging in this contest. So a walk, but nothing else. Nothing across in the ninth. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning. And the Raiders' last chance in this ball game. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Ninth inning for the Raiders. Akers, Rogers, O'Neill are the scheduled hitters. And on the mound, right-hander Jake Potts at a 3-up, 3-down eighth inning, and now we'll try to close this one out for the Flames. Lane Akers 0 for 3.
We got a lot of offers in this lineup for the Raiders today.
Yeah. Raiders have only 7 hits in the game. First pitch from Potts is high for ball 1.
Oh, Noah, it's got a couple of them. Cupper Clapp has got a couple of them. The rest of them are
scattered.
Very much scattered.
Ball 2 is outside, 2-0 to Akers.
Yeah, I thought our best chance was in that first inning, and we weren't able to capitalize.
Catcher Moore goes out for a word with his pitcher.
They're about to get a right-hander up to maybe to just in case.
2 balls, no strikes. Akers leading off the ninth inning for the Raiders, down by 8 runs. Swinging a foul straight back, 2-1 the count.
Well, stranger things have happened.
I saw a game at Old Sulphurdale in Nashville one time where the home team was behind. The Vols were behind 8-0 going into the bottom of the ninth and scored 9 runs, and the other team never got an out.
Wow.
They won 9-8. Ball hit into right center. That's well tagged, and that's a running catch out there by Campos.
Wow.
Well, Liberty has made some really good defensive plays in this game, and that was one of them.
Well, that's why they're a 980 defensive team. That's getting close to major league standard at 980.
1 out here in the ninth. The batter is Brett Rogers.
Well, Sulphurdale was that kind of park. That was a weird little ballpark.
Love to watch games there.
I did too.
Time call. We're going to have a visit to the mound. This coming with 1 out in the ninth inning, and that's the trainer going out.
Yeah, I think they're wanting to make sure he didn't do something on that last pitch.
For those of you who don't know about Sulphurdale Ballpark, it was a pre-Civil War area of Nashville.
Up in what's now the Germantown area?
Yeah, and it had a very short right field with a berm, what we would call a hill.
It was a hill.
In right field, and the right field wall was abutted that hill, and then there was about a 50 or 60-foot screen on top of that wall. The reason being that the distance to the right field foul line was just 252 feet. So they had a hill to climb, and then they had to get it over that right field screen.
We're going to see a new pitcher here. I remember sitting on that berm once in right field in foul territory. It was one of those overflow crowds.
Used to put people in the outfield when they didn't have seating capacity in the grandstand, and I did too. I was there for a Major League exhibition game. The Dodgers were playing the Braves, I think, and sat out in right field and watched that game. Got tons of autographs. Players are just – you could just walk up and get an autograph time you want to. Of course, my mom threw them away when I went to school.
Of course. You know, my mom never threw away anything like that. I still have my baseball cards.
I never had baseball cards, but I had a lot of comic books, which would be worth a lot of money now.
They're sending a left-hander out, and he'll get, since it's an injury replacement, he'll get as much time as he needs. That's number 31.
So we can talk about Sulphurdale some more.
You know, that I'm remembering that night that I sat out on the right field berm. It was Nashville playing the Memphis Chicks, and it would have been 1960 because that was the year that the Chicks were a Cardinal Farm club, and Tim McCarver was behind the plate. There were a couple other guys that ended up being on that 64 World Championship team for the Cardinals. And they had a right fielder. The Chicks had a right fielder named Bob Berta. Never did anything with the Cardinals, but played several years with the Giants. And I remember he made he makes a play going up the hill over his shoulder, turns and throws a strike to McCarver, catching a runner trying to score on the sac fly from trying to score from third on make it a sac fly. Ended up turning it into a double play. And for years and years and years, I thought that was maybe the best defensive play I'd ever seen until I found out it was only 252 feet.
Well, there was a path cut out about halfway up that hill in right field where every right fielder who played there would play at the same spot. There wasn't any shifting around because that was the only place you could any level ground.
That's right.
They'd cut a path up out there. So, and John, they would regularly, I mean, just about every game there'd be a batter who hits a line drive to right field. The right fielder would come down off that hill and throw him out at first base, and it just used to frustrate visiting teams coming in because they'd get a clean hit and get thrown out at first base. Caleb Smith is the new pitcher, by the way, for Liberty. Caleb Smith, a left-hander, 6'2", and he will take over here.
Yeah, he's making his 10th appearance. He's thrown 9 all in relief. He's thrown 9 in the third inning. He's given up 7 runs, all earned on 12 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, a 6.75 ERA, a 1-0 record with no saves, and he'll be facing Brett Rogers
with 1 out in the 9th inning. Pitch is low for ball 1. Smith is from Mechanicsville, Virginia. And that is a big Civil War area.
It sure is.
There, just outside of Richmond. Pitch is high for ball 2, 2-0.
Jake Potts goes an inning in the third with zeros all the way across.
Rogers hits it in the air, but that's going to be taken by the second baseman on the dirt part of the infield. Infield pop-up for out number 2. Dean O'Neill, the batter, 0 for 3.
I think we just haven't done much offensively since that leadoff home run from Cupper Clapp in the 6th inning.
2 outs in the ninth, and the pitch outside, ball 1.
We have had exactly one base runner since that leadoff homer in the 6th.
Spadalek single in the 7th.
Yeah, with 2 outs.
Ball 2 is high, 2-0 to O'Neill. Bondolan on deck. Pitch is foul to the screen. 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Ten to 2. Raiders trailing in the ninth. 2 outs, the pitch. Fouled out of play. Count goes to 3-2.
Down to our last strike.
And struck him out swinging. O'Neill down on strikes for the final out of the game. 3 up, 3 down. And the Liberty Flames win game 2 of the series by a score of 10-2. We'll have all of the totals and highlights on our post-game show. Middle Tennessee drops to 26-28 overall, 12-17 in the league, while Liberty improves to 37-18, and they are now 20-9 in Conference USA play. Stay with us. Our post-game show comes your way next on the Blue Raider Network from Vinewager.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap today's action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, State Farm Insurance, and agent Andy Womack, Middle Tennessee Electric, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Jonathan Harmon, and Chip Walters. And by Las Casas Drugs. Let's head back to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
And welcome back in as the Raiders fall to the Liberty Flames 10-2 in the second game of this series, which is now tied at 1 game apiece, and the series will be up for grabs tomorrow in the rubber game starting at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 12:45. The game kind of tilted early into Liberty's way. They picked up a 2-run home run from Ryan Drum, the DH, in the second inning to go up 2-0. A leadoff home run from Josh Campos in the third put them up 3-0. And then they batted 10 men in the fifth inning. The highlight of that inning, first a home run by Drum, his second of the game, and then Later in the inning, a grand slam by Easton Swafford, and when the smoke cleared, they had 7 runs and had a huge lead. In the bottom of the 5th inning, the Raiders got their first run on a base hit by Owen Nowak to drive in Brett Von Dolan to make it 8-1, or to make it 10-1. And then in the 6th inning, Cooper Clapp hit a leadoff home run to make it 10-2. And that's the way she ended up. Liberty 10 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 3 left. Raiders 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 5 left on base.
Well, the difference in this one, 7 hits for both clubs. We hit 1 home run. They hit 4, including a grand slam.
Yep.
But you know what really sets it up is the fact that between the 3 Liberty pitchers, no walks. They didn't strike out but 3. They were making us put the ball in play, and we just kept hitting it at people. But our pitchers walked 6. And if I'm not mistaken, a whole bunch of those came around and scored.
Well, some did in that big 5th inning, yes.
Yeah, there were 3 walks in that inning, and all 3 of them ended up scoring. Plus there was the error that added to our woes. Might have gotten us out of that inning a little bit closer, but if you can't produce runs, even 3 runs would have beat us.
Of their 7 hits, Liberty had 3 players to get 2 apiece. Swafford, one was that grand slam. Drum, 2 home runs. And Campos, was it Campos? Yeah, had 2 hits. He had a solo home run in there. And for the Raiders, only 1 player with more than 1 hit, Cooper Clapp, and that one of his was a home run. So not a lot of combinations for the Raiders to take advantage of today.
No, and it's like we were talking about. I think in the 8th inning, we had a couple of guys with multiple hits, but what was left was spread around, and without those free 90s, the walks, there's not a whole lot to work with.
Take us through the pitching stats, Dan. We'll wrap this thing up.
All right. For Liberty, they sent Josh Swink out to the mound. He went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, both earned on 7 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He was relieved in the 8th by Jake Potts. Potts went 1 1/3, had to be relieved in the 9th. By Caleb Smith, and between Potts and Smith, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. Smith got a strikeout in the 9th. For the Raiders, Chandler Alderman was looking not bad for the first 4 innings. Ran into a buzzsaw in the 5th, so he goes 4 1/3, gives up 7 runs, 6 of them earned on 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He also hit a batter, though, did he not?
He gave up 3 home runs.
Yeah, that was the big deal. Landon Birch comes on, and he goes Birch goes an inning and a third, gives up 3 runs. He's the one that gave up the grand slam home run. 2 hits, a couple walks, 3 strikeouts. Colin Kerrigan comes on, goes 2 1/3 innings, no hits, walks 2, strikes out 1. And Cole Cates goes the 9th inning, walks 1, but that was a leadoff walk. It didn't hurt him. And fortunately, that was the only time we saw Tanner Marsh on base for Liberty all day.
So the time of the game, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Attendance announced at 904, and we'll do it again tomorrow for the finale of this series, which is tied at 1 game apiece. 1 o'clock tomorrow for the Blue Raiders. Pitcher has not been announced, and for Liberty, it will be Zayak, who is one of their better hurlers.
That's right. And the big deal for the Raiders tomorrow is Senior Day.
So we'll be honoring our seniors before the game, not only players, but managers and people who work with the program every day. That's going to wind up our broadcast today from Reese Smith Field. For our partner John Callow, Jackson Smith has been our studio producer. This is Dick Palmer. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look for better things tomorrow. See you at 12:45 for the pregame show on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner. Good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without expressed written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network on WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.